welcome to Buddhist service for this week. Hope everyone doing well during pandemic. So thanks for coming. Even we have something going on, we have many things that we cannot control. Yeah, so many things that we cannot have as we want. In our life, we have to learn how to deal with unexpected situation. This situation reminds me about one part of the teaching of the Buddha. Everything subject to change, including ourselves. Instead of we are going to worry about things that we cannot control, the Buddha mentioned about self-control. What we can do in our soul, what we can do in our life in order to live our life peacefully. We don't need to die. We don't need to wait until we die and then we can expect to rest and peace. We may feel scary if we never been in a peaceful moment. And then to be in a quiet place, to be in a peaceful situation, this may be scary. So, we have service over here. We bring our attention to experience peaceful moment, quiet and silent. How can we live our life in a peaceful moment, not scary moment, not feeling like lonely? In reality, we come to this world. Most of us come alone and go alone. Even some come like a twin, but they still have some time different, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes separate. They cannot come out in the same time. So we come alone. And when we go out, we have some thing in our mind, some feelings, some moment that we feel connect with someone. And then some of us make decision to live as a couple life. Do not mean it's going to be forever. In the very beginning of something, that we may feel happy, we may feel everything going to be well, everything going to be all right. But nothing going to be forever. Everything just impermanent. In my invocation for chain of command ceremony this morning, in the second paragraph, I mentioned about we are here temporarily. We come and go. When we come, we make positive difference. When we leave, we're gonna leave our footsteps behind. So I mentioned this, I would like to invite you to take a pause with me. Take some moment of silence, reflect on it. Getting to know hearts of life package. Birth and days come together. The first day that we born in this world, the day that is waiting for us. Getting to know it before it's come to reality. And then we can deal with that peacefully. So we can live our life every moment with mindful awareness. Mindful awareness have different levels. My master, Luang Por Virayang Silintaro, he's turned 100 years, 11 months, and 15 days. He just passed away last December. He mentioned about level of meditation, level of mindfulness. It is the nature. Everyone of us has some level of meditation and mindfulness. So we can concentrate on reading, eating, sleeping, working. This is the nature. It's like in the common ground. Sometimes it's not enough for us. If we need to deal with difficulty, if we need to deal with some challenge, we need to develop our strengths. We need to develop our inner peace, power of the mind. The way to build, to increase and build the power of the mind or inner power is about to meditate. Take our time to experience calm and peace when we still alive. In the rush hour, we can run, but we need to take a break. Even marathon runner needs some time to take a break. Practice and practice. When they practice, they take a break several times until the actual marathon, and they can run for 21 miles non-stop running. Our life needs some time to take a break, especially for military. We have mission, we have many things going on. Sometimes we have to go fast, stand fast, run fast. But we may need some moment to take a pause for our own self-care. In order to serve for the country, we talk about selfless service. We cannot reach to that moment if we neglect to our own self-care. Meditation is part of self-care. So the purpose of meditation in the common way, my master talking about to build inner peace, to build power of the mind. We need power for our mind because our life not just about the body, but our mind needs to have power in order to balance with power of the body. Body and mind get together, and then we can live our lives in a certain way. As my experience in Army, as a chaplain, I listen to a lot of stories of people who have physical body, who have a strong body, but their mind lack of power. They do not know how to think about. They do not know how to deal with their own feelings. They do not know how to make decisions. They do not know how to take care of themselves mentally. Or even they have a strong body, like 18, 19, 20 years old, young man, young lady. When they come to training, they have a hard time to deal with that. Even they have same muscle of the body, but the muscle of the mind that they need to. So when we come here for the service, can be another option. It depends on if you feel comfortable, feel free to continue coming and experience meditation together. Meditation is some kind like the food of heart. As much as we practice, as much as we put in practice, as much as we gain experience and skill and inner peace. As same as we eat. How many times we eat a day? At least 3 times a day. So my master just mentioned about 3 times that we can do. We can meditate 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the day, probably sometime after lunch. So and then 5 minutes in the evening. Not gonna interrupt duty, time, or some priority. Just 5 minutes at a time, like you eat. For myself, when I'm hungry and I need to do some stuff, I just grab one banana and one coffee with milk or some egg, and that's it. Have and run. Eat less than 5 minutes. Still have some energy for me. So before going to do physical training in the morning, so I have one glass of milk, add a coffee in there a little bit, and then the boiled egg, and then one banana or sometimes apple, just about at least 30 minutes before PT time. But if I have to run, I need to eat like at least almost 1 hour. Yeah, so depend on. As when we practice meditation, we can know how it's good and fit for us. As when we eat, if we concentrate on our eating, we're gonna know what kind of food that we eat is make us feel energy, feel powerful, feel like we have energy. So when we practice meditation, I would like to just remind you all. Some of you practiced before, some of you just come like our new brigade chaplain coming today. I appreciate your time, sir. So there's just refocus. We learn how to refocus, readjust, reconcentrate. Because in our mind, we cannot count how many feelings, how many thoughts that come and go daily since we wake up until we go back to bed. We cannot count this many. So we eliminate the feeling and thought, learn how to clean it up. Some positive feeling thinking, some negative feeling thinking come up. Positive thought come, negative thought come and go too. So when we refocus often, the feeling and thought that we don't need is going to be disappear by themselves. We just observe what kind of feeling or thought that still remain, that we can keep in touch with that. We don't need to try to put them away. It's going to be gone by themselves when we refocus, reconcentrate on one thing at a time. In the common ground for all of us, we have breathing. We breathe in, we born, and then we're gonna breathe until last second of our life. So breathing is common ground for every one of us. Doesn't matter where you're from, what language you speak, any kind of background you have, lifestyle, whatever. You still need to breathe in order to live your life. So we are going to refocus, reconcentrate on our breathing today together. Don't need to feel guilty, don't need to feel mad or upset about ourselves. If sometimes we try to focus, but some thought just take us away to some story that happened long time ago, or it's not happened yet, we just dream about that, but just bother us several times from time to time. Just learn how to do that. Just similar like when we do push-up, sit-up, we build the muscle from our body. When we refocus our concentration, our focus, we build the inner muscle of our mind. So we are going to feel more confident, feel more strength from inside. So this is inner power that we can gain and we can build in our capacity, in our ability. We can develop. So in common way, I cannot eat for you. You need to learn how to eat for yourself. Same thing, meditation, mindfulness, develop awareness. The Buddha just the teacher. The path that he already been from his experience. If we want to gain experience, follow his step, we need to put in practice. We have some time. We are going to start with walking for 5 minutes, and then we can sit for another 5 minutes. And then after that, if you have some feedback or some reflection or anything you want to share with the group, feel free to do so. I love to hear from you all. Thank you.